Alright, so first thing you want to do is jack up the car. I can't stress this enough. As you're doing this, please use jack stands. You don't want this car falling on you, or any car. I don't care if you trust your jack or if it's brand new. Always, always use jack stands. So underneath the car, you find the hump on the K-frame. Once it's on the K-frame and centered, just jack the car right up. My buddy Milan, right there. Okay, so car's up in the air. So you place the jack stand under the pinch welds. The pinch welds are reinforced. It's reinforced like the body, like the frame pretty much you can call it. So pinch welds here, you can tell because it's thicker in that area. So you just put it there. Once it's at the desired spot, you put your pin in. This is a bit different of a jack stand that I'm used to, but you slide the pin in and it locks. So it should look like that when you're done. Now the next side. Same thing on the other side. Pull the pin out if you have these types of jack stands. Center falls. The other side I put it to one click. So I'm going to put the pin in the same one click. And that's what it should look like. Now I'm going to lower the jack slowly onto the jack stands. So now we're going to go to the back of the car because I'm going to require needing to bleed the brakes after the Brembos are installed. All the wheels are off. Wheels are held on with 19mm nuts. So this is going to be Project Big Brake TL Type S Brembo on 2006 to 2015. So first things first, we're going to take off the brake line, so 12mm here. Then our next chore is probably going to be, oh perfect, there's no Phillips holding the rotor. Oh, this is going to make my job gravy. The new K-tuned SL1 coilovers are in the car. Car rides phenomenal. Phenomenal, like awesome. So I suggest if you have a car like this, maybe try them out like I did. I have zero complaints so far. However, I only been driving on them for about 200 kilometers. Spring rate is 8K in the front, 6K in the rear. Dampening that I use is 20 up front, full stiff in the rear. I like a bit of a firm ride, but if you put it to, say, 5 clicks in the rear and 0 in the front, you have a grocery getter. Stay tuned. What you do is take the caliper off. So I'm just taking the whole caliper off to replace it with a Brembo. So what you do is take out this 17mm head bolt, and the other 17mm head bolt is at the bottom. But first, take the brake line off. This is a 14mm head. And once you take that off, it is going to leak brake fluid. What I was going to do is pinch the line so no brake fluid leaks out. That way it actually slows the process down, so you might not even need to bleed your brakes. Maybe just a 1-2. So I'm going to do that now. Alright, so caliper and rotor are off. Now, to run the TL Type S Brembos, you're going to have to remove the heat shield as the rotor will sit too far back. So we remove that. Actually, newsflash, because I'm using the S2000 rotors, I may be able to get away with the heat shield. However, I don't like the look of the heat shield, so I'm taking it off. Weight reduction for the win. Alright, so now these are the bolts that come out, and the Brembo bolts are actually bigger. So what I have to do is use a drill bit, a 5H drill bit, and you have to drill these holes bigger. So make sure that you're dead straight and be patient and use penetration. Makes the job a lot easier. Alright, so that's what the holes should look like when you're done. Nice and circle. Alright, no out of round. Alright, so now you go and you get the rotor. You put the rotor over the hub. So I'm gonna go get the rotor. Alright, so S2000 rotor's on. TL Type S Brembo is on. Now just tighten it up. So my buddy Milan Mastrossi says that you can make Hawk HP Plus pads stop squeaking. Now here's a little lesson, because it sounded like I needed brakes and everybody would give me those dirty looks.
So this is after you take care of them. So all you gotta do is sand down the edge on the side of the pad, just so that it's not straight. So if it's perpendicular, so it's like a 90-degree angle, you're gonna get noise when you touch the brakes. But when you sand it down and chamfer the edge around the entire thing, you're gonna get no noise, guaranteed.
That is Milan Mastrossi. Add him. His channel is awesome. He has tons of DIYs, and he of course is helping me do my shit now. Thank you. Alright, so I've tightened up the two bolts for the TL Type S calipers. They are 19 mil head bolts. I torque them to 45 foot-pounds. Now I just need to put the brake pads in and then do the other side. Alright, so passenger side is done. The Jamaican flag.